Hello, we're going to go on a little walk and talk while I go and tell my daughter that her lunch is now ready, that my son-in-law is cooking in the kitchen. Recently in Archaix Underground, in a direct message, I was asked, have I got any more thoughts on California? Actually, I do. And it comes in the form of a song called Ice on the Motorway, by a songwriter and a brilliant guitarist who had quite a unique, almost unique style of being able to play rhythm and lead guitar all in one go. And his name is Wilko Johnson. And the song is called Ice on the Motorway. So straight away, ice on the motorway. Well, the path you're on is definitely one in this reality that is one of a just ice system. It's cold and it burns. But you can counteract that with that internal fire, your own internal phoenix rising, otherwise known as the Kundalini. So the song basically goes, watch out if you think you're going places. You've got to be a master of disguise. Sorry. Watch out if you think you're going places. How's the next line go? People sometimes take you by surprise. If you haven't got 50 different faces, you've got to be a master of disguise. You've got to be flexible in this reality, because eventually you're all going to be those that make it, who've discovered who they really are and what they are and why they are and where they are. You will have 50 different faces. You will be a master of disguise. So the next verse goes along the lines of, don't you want to listen? Well, I warn you. When you tell me where you want to go, think about what comes from California. I'll tell you, man, I'd rather stay at home. Well, think about what comes out of California. Hollywood, Silicon Valley, Las Vegas, and many other things that actually have an esoteric meaning, like the song. And then the sort of chorus of the song is, ice on the motorway. You can't go that way. That means going externally of yourself. Ice on the motorway, you've just got to work this out for yourself. That requires you to go deep within yourself to find the answer, to find that internal fire, which will soften the ice. I mean, what is ice after all? In its solid state, it's ice, isn't it? And it will make a hole in your vessel and you will sink like a Titanic rather than being a Titan. But water holds memory, and if it is in flow state rather than being frozen, in other words, being in fear, then you can go with the flow. And it can even become, it can even take a spiritual form, in which you become, like in this reality, the air itself. You move about unseen. And that is something I can testify to. I've seen the early signs of it. I've experienced the early signs of it, where I seem to have disappeared and those around me cannot even see me. There's been several cases where I've encountered people who are completely out of it, with that blank stare, where they've been off the face on alcohol, Valium, probably heroin or cocaine, a mixture of those things, and also unresolved childhood issues. You'll see a real demon come out. You'll see a blankness in their eyes. I hope you don't actually get to experience that, because it's rather chilling. But again, it's because in this reality it is just ice, and it is rather cold. Although at least it's not raining, so it's balanced. So it bucks the trend of the forecast that was saying it was going to rain all day today, Thursday, the whatever it is of January. So, Ice on the Motorway. I'll put the link in the description to the song. And in this video, I've given you a little esoteric decode of that. So, that is my further thoughts on California. It does reflect an awful lot more. Sometimes it's an island, sometimes it's a land bridge to the rest of North America. It reflects what has happened in this reality, where at one minute it's an island and the next minute it is part of something greater. There is definitely something in that, and I would refer you to listen again to Archaix channel to find out more, to get the true chronology of this reality. And also check out in the description, there's a link to do a free 7-day trial of Archaix Underground, which I feel, if you are open and ready to move on your spiritual growth, you would do yourself an enormous favour if you were to join Archaix Underground. So with that, I'm going to say unconditional love to you all.